Hi, welcome to Charlie's Voyages, and I am Charlie. So today we're talking about scar tissue. I'm going to give you a couple of sites to go and research for yourself because Charlie's Voyages are really just about my personal experiences that I'm sharing with you, hoping that I can enlighten you. So the first website is Aurora clinics.co.uk. So that's Aurora, and then there's a dash and the capital CLINICS.co.uk, and those both are lowercase. The other site is healingscartissue.com, and it's a very good site. And then there's also wisegeekhealth.com, and those are all good sites about scar tissue. So today again it's about me and my scar tissue. So as I was saying, Dr. Phyllis Herbert told me about the the scar tissue that would accumulate around my scar when I had the mastectomy, and it absolutely did. It was so thick, and it was painful too because I guess because it was just continually growing or something. But however, I was taught to stretch it out, and then to, every now and then what I would do is I would press my arm against the door and just, let it kind of pull back so that it can stretch. So I was taught that in physical therapy at the University of New Mexico hospital. After my mastectomy, I had a very good plastic surgeon who sent me there. Because every surgeon is different. So, but I'm just advising you, in case your surgeon has not advised you to do that, go to physical therapy and don't be afraid to stretch it. It hurts. It really does hurt. And you have to know your pain levels, but don't hurt yourself like, oh my God, you know the difference between, yeah, this is normal pain and then this is dangerous pain. So just, know your limits and don't harm yourself, but do give it a good little stretch, even if it's just a little bit. And it'll take a little bit at the time. And as that pathway opens up, you'll see that you'll have more flexibility because, people are amazed that I can do these things, but I just practice. So that's the breast scar tissue at the time of the mastectomy. So the other scar tissue that I have, after my reconstructive surgery in 2013, I went to my primary care doctor and I informed her that I was having problems with bowel movements. And I was like, I figured maybe it was my age, maybe it was the medications I was taking. I wasn't sure, or a combination of everything. So what she told me was she put me on a high fiber diet, and it seemed to kind of work, but not to the degree in which, I was having to move and twist and everything, and it was just not normal. So I kept trying to communicate that to people, and they just was like puzzled. They seemed puzzled. I did a upper lower GI, and still, there were no blockages. So it was just confusing me. It was confusing my doctor. They really didn't quite understand it. However, in June of 2016, all of a sudden I was having problems walking. And I would walk just a few feet, and it just seemed like my leg would just tighten up. And, that was not normal for me. And I have to walk. So I decided to go to my pain doctor and tell him that I was having this weird pain in my leg and I needed to know what was going on. So I needed physical therapy. All of my experience has taught me what to ask for. And again, that's why I'm sharing my life with you. So he gave me a referral to physical therapy, and the physical therapists, they were really nice and everything, but I could tell that they didn't quite know what was going on with me or what to do. So they kind of placated me, like, okay, we'll just send her through these things. and I wasn't feeling it. So I went to my primary care doctor here in Tennessee. And so I told her what was going on, and she said, it sounds like it's the hip flexor. What she was describing was exactly what I was feeling. So she gave me an option. She said, you can continue on at the place that you're going. She said, however, I do know a place that will absolutely get to the source of what's going on with you. And so I didn't want to hurt the people's feelings at the place that I was going at, but then I had to own my own feelings. I was like, this is about me and not about them. They're just getting a check. So I ended my relationship with them. The physical therapist didn't take it well, but yeah, that's when you see about people's pride, but whatever. So then I went to a place called Results Physical Therapy, and I'm mentioning their name because they're absolutely excellent. I had a wonderful physical therapist. So it was it's called physiotherapy, and her name was Jackie. And when I tell you, I love people who are curious, who know that this is what I'm supposed to do, and because I know that I'm supposed to be a physical therapist, my focus is my patient and really watching their movements and investigating their issue. So that's what she did. She kind of, for a couple of weeks, she just, probed a little, and she got more curious because I wasn't, she wasn't getting to that place where this is what it is. So after 2 weeks, she finally figured it out. She went down to my upper thigh, right close to where my hip was, and she found some scar tissue, and it was thick. And then as she moved up, she found more scar tissue right up to my, abdominal area, which I knew that I had, scar tissue in my abdominal area because my gynecologist told me that, because I've been having this issue since back in 2013, and I was not sure what it was. So I didn't know scar tissue can move, like that, but it did. So she, worked that area I think I was going 3 times a week at that time, 4 times a week at first. And she really worked that area, and we got it moving, got it stretching. And then she went up into my belly area and found tons, well, I shouldn't say tons, but quite a bit of scar tissue there too. And as she continued to massage it, after about probably I want to say 4 weeks, I was able to have my daily constitutions. So that changed. So of course I told my primary care doctor, hey, I can go again. So I was really, really happy about that. And forgive me if I'm, making this, some people might find it offensive, but I think it's important to just get to it. I'm trying to be delicate. So I'm happy now. As I said, I'm having my daily constitutions, and I can walk, but it's work, because every day I have to continue to do my physical therapy. And it was good because it's 10 pounds later. Now I'm on that journey of weight loss, and I'll be reporting that to you guys too, because that is a journey, and it has been a journey for many years. And so in eating healthy, so I'll go into that too. But right now, I just wanted to share the scar tissue story. There's good scar tissue, and then there's bad scar tissue. I had a friend whose mom, she had scar tissue in her belly area, and it choked her colons, and she died. So that's not good. So in other words, scar tissue can continue to grow and bind to things. Whereas in my ankle, after I broke it and I had them remove the pins and the plate, the scar tissue filled up the holes, and I never had a problem again with my ankle. So like I said, there's good scar tissue and bad scar tissue, but at the end of the day, scar tissue must be addressed because it could cause a problem. And like for instance, if there's a scar right here, if you have a scar right here, what you want to do is take it and just pull it apart. See, that's the damaged part. where no blood is getting in, and the nerves have, basically died. And also you can get a jade, I think it's called a jade quasha, and it's like this little, oh, I wish I could, wait. So this is the jade quasha, and it's Quasha, and this is a heart-shaped moon. You can also wear it as a necklace. So I got mine from Dr. Phyllis Hubbard of Radiant Health Strategies. And when she first used this on me, she used it in my breast area, and she saw me just go down deep in there because I have so much scar tissue. And once she did that, I promise you, so much energy came back to me. So again, if you have a scar here, you can just go in between where the scar tissue is, right in that scar tissue, right in that scar, and just, keep doing it until, every day, a couple times a day, because what you want to do is bring those nerves back to life and get that blood circulating. So move around those dead tissues, and you want to, practice that because it will help you. And if you're a breast cancer survivor, get one of these and just, do the work and just get into that deep places. And I promise you, you'll feel so much better, especially if you have reconstructive surgery also, or even, breast. I don't know about implants. You have to ask your doctor, but some people have lifts and so forth, and their scar tissue. You can do it with the scar tissue too. And again, like I said, forgive me for getting personal, but I think it's important. You can also have your massage therapist use this in massages. I use it, just to just stir around all those cells. And it feels so good because I always have problems with my neck because I have a swollen lymph node in my neck. So I do it, and I promise you, I just move all that junk, all those toxins. Just move them around, get them out, and then drink that water. Get that gallon of water in a day. Anyway, half your body weight in ounces. Anyway, I thank you for joining me. It's been my pleasure and will continue to be my pleasure to serve you. Blessings, peace, love, and so